good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Come on, set. Hawk 70.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Packers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Able to find his man, Kraft. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And this throw will be intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Packers defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And no sidestepping that here. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep. Himself end up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And they'll try to run the option here. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. And he's got it. It's caught for the Packers touchdown. Matthew Golden, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, something like that.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing and communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. Then scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
They're on the 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he works free. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that it'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's caught downfield. It's Golden. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Matthew Golden with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Brings up third and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. The play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
19 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Throwing is Hurts. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. The way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They'll give the Hall. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. 2nd and 5. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Given 3 on first down, it'll set up a 2nd and 7. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Breece Hall, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Okay, break.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Let's go
This
now.
drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
A handoff for Hall. Wiggles free. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a first carry here for the running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
18-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Breece Hall, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are back within a score.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden with career touchdown number 75. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Back to throw. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. Now he's into the clear again. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Breece Hall on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now for the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but...
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. They'll throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Come on. Set. Step. Ready.
And from the gun, here's Savannah Campbell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 11 yards for number 11.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
He'll drop to throw. And it's caught.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers. 70.
He'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready.
2nd and 9 now. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Hawk 70. Hawk 18. Rattler. 18. Rattler.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Now he's going to stop. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Number one, to understand where your escape patches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
2nd down and 6 now.
And that'll be took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Golden. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the 1st half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. And he'll find Hall. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Here's a give to Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd down and 8. Here's Hall again. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Give to Hall running right. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw.
That's to Kraft, the tight end.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
2. Buffalo 8, 60 Vikings, 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll set up a throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Parker. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
This is Hall.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Hall again. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
12 yards there, first down Vikings. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 40-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. It's complete. He finds Falk. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Hurts. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll look to throw here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, his faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
Throwing is Hurts. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 15. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. That's caught. This is a Banacamera. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark it down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, 55 yards. And the Packers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Vikings on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Let's go, Trimmers.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a one he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Get it.
And they'll go again with Abanikanda.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Got it. Ready? Ready.
On the handoff, Abanikanda.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Panther 60. Ready?
And they take a knee.
Ready? Bronco 80.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunity.